Tom Brady, the man, the myth, the legend. But will he end his career with the New England Patriots? It doesn't really sound like a guarantee anymore. In case you didn't notice, Brady's contract with the Patriots runs up after the 2019 season. Reports are starting to suggest that he might not be in Foxborough next year. Brady is tight-lipped on the situation, but let's be real, he's not getting any younger. And nobody has been untouchable to Bill Belichick. Brady wants to keep playing until he's 45. If Belichick doesn't want him anymore, TB12 will continue his career elsewhere. And who's to say Brady himself wouldn't rather go somewhere else to finish off his career? Personally, I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know. Maybe he wants to play in warm weather, or perhaps he would like to prove to everyone that he can win without Belichick. Most teams would want Tom Brady on their roster, but there are plenty of clubs with a top-tier quarterback already. There are also some very bad teams that wouldn't warrant the least bit of consideration from Tom. In exploring all 31 other teams across the league, we picked the 7 best and most logical landing spots for TB12 in 2020. So without further ado, here they are. Make sure to subscribe to TPS, put on your notifications too, because we post videos all the time. New sports content all the time. Subscribe. Number 7, Denver Broncos. Oh yeah, pulling a nice Peyton Manning here. The Broncos have been completely irrelevant ever since Peyton Manning retired in 2016, following their Super Bowl 50 championship season. John Elway hasn't been able to find a half-decent quarterback ever since. I mean, Trevor Siemian, Brock Osweiler, Paxton Lynch, Case Keenum, and now Joe Flacco. They just aren't guys you lean on to win a championship. I wish Flacco was, but he's a one-hit wonder. But Brady might be intrigued by the chance to join a Broncos team that still has plenty of talent on their roster. Cortland Sutton is morphing into one of the game's most dynamic young wideouts. Phillip Lindsay is one of the flashier running backs in the league, and tight end Noah Fant could be a perennial Pro Bowler. The Broncos defense is no longer an elite unit, but they can at least build around Von Miller and Bradley Chubb for the long haul. Some might say Brady won't want to join a team that was once commanded by his longtime rival Peyton Manning, but he might think the opposite and be intrigued by the idea of joining a team with a rich QB history. Maybe Brady wants to put his name up there with the all-time Broncos greats, like how LeBron James wants to put his name up there with the Los Angeles Lakers legends. Elway won a bidding war for Manning, when at least half the teams in the NFL were pushing hard for his services. Perhaps he'll find a way to recruit Brady this time around. Number 6, Tennessee Titans. Nashville isn't as big of a market as Los Angeles, Boston, or New York, but the Music City and its culture might appeal to Tommy Terrific and his family. Not only that, but the Titans really have the pieces in place to intrigue Brady here. General Manager John Robinson worked in the Patriots organization from 2002 to 2015 as a scout. Head coach Mike Vrabel played with Brady in New England from 2001 to 2008, winning 3 Super Bowls together. And of course, Brady would reunite with former Patriots teammates Logan Ryan, Malcolm Butler, and Deion Lewis. The latter was one of the flashiest running backs that Brady ever got to play with. The Titans also have arguably a top 5 defense in the NFL. Derrick Henry is better than most running backs Brady has ever worked with. The offensive line has been a solid unit throughout the years as well, and Brady would have a veteran tight end in Delaney Walker, even though he's doing horrible for my fantasy right now. He would also have a reliable slot receiver in Adam Humphries, plus 2 quality young wideouts in Corey Davis and A.J. Brown. While Brady gets up there in age, the Titans can offer him a great defense, a powerful rushing game, and a big part of the Patriots culture. This is a team that could really reach the next level with Brady, who would be this team's first great quarterback since the late Steve McNair. Not only that, but the AFC South isn't exactly the toughest division in sports. Brady has owned the Indianapolis Colts and Houston Texans throughout his career, and imagine how much more it would do for his legacy if he went to a long-time struggling franchise and added a Super Bowl with them, like Peyton Manning did in Denver, because they don't have the longest winning history or the appeal of a huge market. Brady might not consider Tennessee, but their young, talented roster, along with the Patriots' connections in the organization, should at least warrant some consideration. That is assuming he leaves the Pats, which... is he really? Number 5, Detroit Lions. The Lions already have one of the game's better quarterbacks in Matthew Stafford, but you're looking at somebody who's never won a playoff game, and at some point the Lions might decide it's time to make a change. Stafford is not the reason for Detroit's inability to win a Super Bowl, but at some point you have to move on. There's good reason for Brady to think about going to the Lions. Like the aforementioned Tennessee Titans, Detroit has established its own New England Patriots connections in recent years. Head coach Matt Patricia, of course, previously served as the Patriots defensive coordinator. General manager Bob Quinn worked in the Patriots organization from 2000 to 2012 as a scout. And of course, Danny Amendola and Trey Flowers, 2 of the key players in the Patriots Super Bowl 51 and 53 championships, are now with the Lions. The Lions have a lot of talent on that defense. The rushing game is strong with Kerryon Johnson, and Marvin Jones, Kenny Galladay, and TJ Hawkinson form a nice patching trio for the Lions. Hawkinson could be the next Rob Gronkowski, especially with Brady throwing him the ball. The Lions have struggled to form a true identity and culture, even with 2 proven winners like Patricia and Quinn. If Brady were to join the Lions, means it could change absolutely everything. And yeah, we'd get to see him face Aaron Rodgers twice a year instead of once every 4 years. And you're telling me you wouldn't be in for that. Number 4, Oakland Raiders. This doesn't have to do much with the Raiders roster and organization as a whole, but rather the fact that the team is about to move to Las Vegas with a shiny new stadium. Las Vegas is one of the most popular cities for athletes to visit in the United States. You always hear opposing NHL players talking about how much they love coming to town for games. Maybe Brady will be appealed by the city of Las Vegas, with the chance to emerge as the franchise's new cornerstone player right off the bat. John Gruden might decide to move on from Derek Carr in the near future, because he simply is not cutting it right now. The Raiders have some good young pieces in place, and Gruden deserves credit for building a brand new culture on this long-time losing squad. Brady might like the chance to play for Gruden too. Lots of reports since 2018 have suggested that his relationship with Bill Belichick has been a tense one. And of course, if Brady ends up leaving the Pats, a fractured relationship with his head coach will be a key reason why. Gruden, on the other hand, is one of the best player coaches out there. Unlike Belichick, Gruden emphasizes the need to form close friendships with his players. He wants to have fun while he coaches. It's a completely different personality and style from Belichick. Maybe Brady will think, I deserve some happiness, and go to a guy like Gruden after dealing with a firm and stern Belichick for 2 decades. And do we mention the Raiders are going to Vegas? Yeah, this is a very attractive destination for Brady. Not to mention the front office would really go out of its way to build around Brady through trades and free agency. Number 3, Los Angeles Rams. The Rams would be even higher on our lists here, except for the fact that they just handed Jared Goff a 4-year, $134 million extension. It's just hard to envision the Rams moving on from a young quarterback who's only entering his prime, whereas Brady is in his early 40s and probably has no more than 3 years left. But what if the Rams decided screw it, and they wanted to take a chance anyway? They would have no problem finding a taker for Goff's contract. A lot of teams would be interested, including the Cincinnati Bengals, Washington Redskins, and Denver Broncos. And if the Rams got TB12, they could always draft another QB and have Brady mentor him while he's around, the way the Green Bay Packers used Brett Favre to mentor Aaron Rodgers. And just think about the team Brady would be coming to. Perhaps the league's best offensive supporting cast. 3 superstar wideouts in Brandon Cooks, Cooper Kupp, and Robert Woods. A powerful rushing game led by Todd Gurley. The defense will carry the Rams for years to come too. Aaron Donald is only the best defensive player in the NFL. Jalen Ramsey is an elite cornerback. Brady would be intrigued by the chance to join a team with so many stars around him. They'd make his life a whole lot easier, that's for sure. The Rams, of course, also play in a huge market, and they're about to move into a beautiful new stadium with the Chargers. As many folks have noticed, the Rams fan base in LA isn't so strong, but Brady would certainly change that. The California boy might like the idea of becoming the man who forever changed the game of football in Los Angeles. That would add even more to Brady's already amazing legacy. Head coach Sean McVay has proven to be one of the greatest offensive minds in all of football. He can build this offense in a way that works best for Brady. Add it all up and the Rams make perfect sense for Brady. They would just have to make the gutsy decision to move on from Goff and sacrifice a lot of money, which is easier said than done. Number 2, Chicago Bears. It's becoming more and more obvious by day that Mitch Trubisky isn't going to be the answer for the Chicago Bears. Even offensive guru Matt Nagy hasn't been able to build Trubisky into a star. The Bears have a great set of weapons, and Trubisky isn't able to take advantage of the supporting cast. The front office needs to take the hint already. Other than concerns at quarterback, Chicago has most of the pieces in place to be a Super Bowl contender. Their defense, led by Khalil Mack, is arguably the best in the game. They have a pair of playmaking running backs in Tariq Cohen and David Montgomery. Plus, Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, and Trey Burton round out a nice group of pass catchers. Although Gabriel hasn't been doing much for my fantasy either. They're on my bench. It's fine. The Bears have a core that's ready to win now, and an upgraded quarterback is the only missing piece. Of course, Chicago is also a big market team that would suit Brady and his family. He spent his entire career playing in the cold Foxborough weather, so Brady might like the idea of playing in a cold weather environment, since he's grown accustomed to it. And like we said with the Lions entry, Brady would be playing Aaron Rodgers twice a year if he joined the Bears. That's awesome. That's like so sick. Like, I wish we had that. Simply put, the Bears check off most of the boxes here. That's why Brady has to consider them if he is really about to leave Foxborough, which again, it's not happening. But, you know, it's a fun video. I'm enjoying it. Number 1, Los Angeles Chargers. Remember what we said about the Rams as a landing spot for Brady? Most of it applies here to Brady. A championship caliber roster, a big market, and the brand new stadium. CBS reported that the Chargers would have a unique appeal to Brady. They noted that Brady trains in Southern California, and that Alex Guerrero and throwing specialist Tom House live there. CBS also noted that some speculate Josh McDaniels and Brady would leave Foxborough together to join the Chargers. And to put the cherry on top of the Brady to Chargers theory, Philip Rivers will be be a free agent after the 2019 season. If the Chargers have the chance to swap him out for Brady, they'll most certainly do it. The Chargers have a tremendous set of offensive playmakers, led by Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry, and Austin Eckler. Their defense has plenty of great pieces too, led by Joey Bosa and Derwin James. You'd have to think that Brady's family would be more than content with a move to Los Angeles. It's honestly a very LeBron move, because LeBron's probably going to be there for the rest of his career, and then he's just going to kind of transition into the Hollywood community and make movies and stuff and do a film thing. And I'm pretty sure Brady would do that too, because Brady, honestly, I could see the dude being like an action star after this all ends. I don't know. I'm just saying, just an idea. Like, I'm not saying that he's gonna like win an Oscar, but I mean, Kobe did. Who knows? But it would certainly be the ideal destination for his wife, who's one of the most well-known supermodels in the world. Brady could add even more to his legacy if he turned the Chargers into a Super Bowl championship team after all those years of heartbreaking playoff losses. Add it all up, and it's quite clear that the Chargers are the best and most realistic landing spot for Brady. Now, on a closing statement, I don't think he's going to leave New England. It's just not going to happen. I honestly think he's going to retire a Patriot. But if you look at Joe Montana, he moved forward. He changed teams. Just saying, it's possible. I'm sure people felt really weird when Montana wasn't on the 49ers anymore. But he moved on. Brady could do the same. Brady wants to keep winning. He said before, I just like winning. And he had no plans of retiring. Not anytime soon, at least. So, I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, he's probably not going to leave Foxborough. Where do you think Tom Brady will sign if he leaves the Patriots? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Yeah, give myself some follows, kid, TikTok, and YouTube. And then TPS, we post a lot of memes and stuff. It's really funny, so go follow. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes one click right down there. You know what to do. Smash that, please. We really appreciate it. Helps us out. Subscribe to TPS, because we post videos every single day, pretty much. So yeah, subscribe. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo, and yeah, I'll see you later.
My knee.